Welcome to the Line Life podcast. I'm Jeff Postlethwaite of T&D World, and today we're bringing you more stories of the grit, courage, and inspirational teamwork that it takes to be a line worker.
Thank you for tuning in to the T&D World Line Life podcast, produced by Endeavor Business Media, a division of Endeavor B2B. My name is Amy Fishbach, and I'm the head of content for T&D World and also the host of the Line Life podcast. Before I dive into today's episode, I invite you to become part of our Line Life podcast community by searching for the Line Life podcast in your favorite podcasting app or going to linelife.podbean.com and clicking follow in the top right. We air interview-style episodes on the first and third Fridays of each month, and also audio stories in our In Case You Missed It series featuring articles that appeared in our print magazine on the second and fourth Fridays of each month. If you have a comment on this episode or a suggestion for a future guest, please reach out to me. You can email me at afishbach@endeavorb2b.com or reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram at Lineman World. I'd love to hear from you. Now let's move on to today's episode. Welcome back to the T&D World Line Life podcast. Before we dive into today's episode, I wanted to invite you to participate in our 2026 Lineworker Supplement articles, which will be available at the 2026 International Lineman's Rodeo. The first article is called Line Wives, and we haven't covered this topic since about 2009, other than having our family galleries on our website. And I'd love to put some of the line wives in the spotlight. If you're interested in being part of that feature, you can reach out to me at afishbach@endeavorb2b.com. Also, if we have some international listeners from around the world, I have a feature called Lineman Around the World about how tools, technologies, best practices, and work methods are different in other countries outside of the United States. My third article is called Training in the Trade, and it's profiling line instructors who are preparing line workers for a career on the line. The final article is about technologies and best practices and equipment used during storm response, and it'll also highlight some of the line workers who frequently sign up for storm rosters. So again, if you're interested in participating in any of these features, please reach out to me at afishbach@endeavorb2b.com or again, connect with me on social media. And also, it's time for our monthly Line Life Listens playlist. I started this a few months ago with a playlist all about linemen and every song I could find that celebrated the line trade. Next, I moved on to a playlist on the road because I know that a lot of our listeners and line workers travel a lot to storms and to work sites, and I wanted to give them something they could listen to while they're driving their bucket truck out on the open road. The third playlist celebrated the fathers in the line trade, whether they're the fathers of linemen, the grandfathers of linemen, or linemen who are fathers themselves. And this was a playlist they could listen to when they're relaxing by the lake or fishing with their little ones. My fourth playlist, which I'm releasing with today's podcast, celebrates the line wives, the power behind the power. I've talked to some line wives and heard their stories, and I wanted to have a special playlist just for them. Also, as we get closer to the International Lineman's Rodeo, I have a very special playlist, which was created by Mike, who is the official voice of the International Lineman's Rodeo. You often see him on the stage, at the barbecue, and also in the main command tent, telling the competitors to ready, set, go. So he's one of the big organizers and announcers of the rodeo, and I'm proud to have his playlist, which I will release closer to the time of the International Lineman's Rodeo. And if there's any other playlists you would like to see as part of our Line Life Listens, please reach out to me again at afishbach@endeavorb2b.com. I would love to hear from you. And back to the line wives, if you're at the International Lineman's Rodeo, again, please come by the T&D World booth to get a special line wife temporary tattoo for you and also one for your kids. We're looking forward to seeing your line families in Kansas City for the 2026 International Lineman's Rodeo. It's only a few months away, and I'm so excited to meet all of your families and do some more interviews for the Line Life podcast. Now let's move on to today's episode, which features journeyman lineworker Miles Bell of Duke Energy. I talked to Miles for my stories on Hurricane Helene. Now I'm going to feature an interview that I had with him at last year's International Lineman's Expo. This goes along with the two-part series that appeared as the cover stories for our January and February issues of T&D World magazine. During this interview, Miles starts off talking about an update to the storm response for Hurricane Helene as of October 2025 in the Bat Cave and Chimney Rock areas of his service territory in North Carolina. Last year, Miles was in Kansas City with his journeyman lineman team consisting of Heath Burrell and Jordan Henderson, and they ended up placing 4th overall out of all the journeyman teams. His wife also flew in from North Carolina to join him during the International Lineman's Rodeo Week, along with thousands of linemen and their families from all over the world. In addition to talking about the Lineman's Rodeo, he also talks about his new responsibilities as a tool and method specialist, in which he investigates and tests new tools for the field workforce. Over the years, I've learned all the different jobs that journeyman line workers can do, not only working in the field, but also working in supervisory roles and also in the safety department. And I think this will give you a glimpse on other possibilities within the line trade. Now I'm honored to feature this interview that I had with Miles here in Kansas City last October. Miles, now that you're about a year post-Helene, can you talk about how the rebuilding is going in the areas that were the most significantly impacted?
We were able to really make some pretty fast headway, getting everybody restored, especially with the amount of damage we had. We are still doing some Helene projects, cleanup. Everybody that could have power, obviously we got restored. But a lot of the lines that we built, we had to build them in alternate locations due to roads, bridges, access problems. So now, as the DOT's in there rebuilding roads, we're going back in, kind of getting stuff back where it should be, or moving things to get out of, right-of-ways for the road systems and whatnot. So that's kind of the stage we're in now. And then, obviously, there were many homes that were severely damaged or gone. And as they rebuild, then we're putting infrastructure in to get them, service back on their properties.
So what were some lessons learned from Hurricane Helene that you plan to apply to future storm response events in your service territory?
For me personally, just be more prepared. In this industry, we're, weather trumps everything. Every day, it doesn't matter what your plans are, weather is the deciding factor. And I just learned personally, be more prepared at home. Hurricanes, typically by the time they get to us in the mountains, have kind of dissipated enough to where it's really just bad thunderstorms. We have no idea it was going to be what it was. And a lot of us were caught severely unprepared. I mean, like me, I didn't even have any gas in my gas cans at home.
Oh, no.
And, then we really needed it because all the power was out for so long. So just little things like that for me. Because it's hard to take care of our customers when you're worried about your family.
Absolutely.
So make sure your family's taken care of first and foremost. That way, when you go to work, you can focus on being safe and what you need to do at work.
That's great advice. And Miles, you're a journeyman lineman and you recently became a tool and method specialist. Can you describe for our Line Life podcast listeners what you do in that role?
Yep, I'm in the tools and work methods department now. We manage our work methods manual, which are, another word for safety rules.
Sure.
In a way. So any type of, incidents that require investigation, we're a part of that, to be a subject matter expert for the work methods. And then sometimes when things come out of that, we have to make adjustments. We look at a certain amount of work methods every quarter and decide, hey, could we update this? Has anything industry standards changed? Are there new tools that we need to look at? So things like that. And then on the tool side, we are responsible for approving any new tool that, so every day somebody's coming out with a new tool. So it's just a never-ending cycle of evaluating tools. If there's ever any type of issue, then we run that down with the vendors. A big part of it is just being a phone call away for linemen, their supervisors. If there's ever a question out in the field, hey, we're reading this and we're a little bit confused. Can you help us? So that's a big part of the day-to-day, is just helping the field with questions.
So, talk about some of the new tools and technologies for linemen. Are there any game changers that are really changing safety or productivity for line workers out there?
It's really crazy at how much innovation, even as simple as just like hand tools. Like, these companies are really, like, I never would have thought we could have improved on side cutters, or a wrench, but a lot of these companies are really, they're really setting the bar high, just making little tweaks. You're like, I never would have thought about that. But, the drones, the track equipment, the stuff that we have access to now that really makes things so much easier, so much safer. It's really just unbelievable. Every day, all the big tool brands, they're either updating or coming out with new stuff. Just a lot of good innovation going on.
So, how have things changed since you got into the trade?
So this will be my 12th year. I've seen a fair amount of change for that little of time. Everything comes full circle. So I've already seen some things change and then go back to how it used to be. It seems like about every 5 years, things kind of go full circle. But honestly, I see a big difference in the culture today. Unfortunately, the industry has for us, has reached a big turnover. So a lot of the older guys are leaving, or they've recently left, and we have a lot of young people. So the culture's kind of changed to where we've taken a step back to really try to educate. You can't just assume everybody on the crew knows what's going on. When I first started, that's how it was. Everybody had been doing it for a long time. They just assume, hey, you know what to do. And now we've had to really kind of circle, step away from that and really go back to training and really being engaged with one another.
So, how do you feel about working with younger apprentices coming into the trade?
I mean, I like working with everybody. It's just different personalities.
Yes.
Sometimes the younger guys, they get a little bit anxious, and sometimes they think they know more than what they do. And you got to kind of level set them a little bit, bring them back. But no, I mean, everybody's good. I love working with young guys just because they're energetic. Most of them really want to learn, and it's good. We're blessed at Duke. We have a ton of great people.
So what is the day in the life like for you right now? Like, when does your workday start and end, and what do you typically do during the day?
So I'm an early riser. I like to start early. For me now, I do a lot of crew observations in my new job. So I typically get up. I will go to one of my op centers, get up with a crew, set in their morning safety meeting, then go out with them in the field, answer any questions they have, do a safety observation, and then do my day job of the work method evaluations and the tool evaluations.
Sounds great. And how do you feel about being here for the International Lineman's Rodeo Week? I know that you had unfortunately missed 1 year due to the Hurricane Helene response, but what does it feel like for you to be around all these line workers again?
This will be my, I think, third time competing. We missed a couple due to hurricanes.
Right.
I think I've missed 2 due to hurricanes. So we're really excited. We're looking forward to it. We put in a lot of time this year practicing. We did several other rodeos trying to get ready. So we got our fingers crossed, hoping for a little bit of good luck Saturday.
That's good. Are you going to be competing with Heath and Jordan?
Yep. This will be our 3rd year together.
So, Miles, what do you like the most about International Lineman's Rodeo Week?
It's really cool. It's like a really big industry, but it's a really small world.
Yes, that's a great way to say it.
Everywhere we go, there's familiar faces. And, I've got friends in Oklahoma, friends in California, friends in New York. I mean, I've made buddies all over the country just because of rodeo. It's really cool. And we even stay in contact throughout the year.
Do you really?
We'll text each other.
I love
Instagram message, whatever.
Nice.
So it's really nice to get to come here and see everybody.
And then what about the trade night? Tell me about your T-shirts that you're trading this year.
So we got a pretty good shirt. I'm hoping it'll trade well. Our only problem is we have Duke so big, there's so many teams. There's a lot of Duke shirts floating around out here.
So there's not just one. You guys each have your own special design.
Well, no. So the Carolinas has a shirt design, then Florida has a shirt design, and then the Midwest.
Okay, so 3 different designs. Can you tell me about your design?
So ours was like a neon theme on the back this year, like a kind of like a neon sign that says open 24 hours.
I love that.
It was a pretty cool shirt. So
is it a black shirt?
We have all colors. We've got a mix of all different colors. So
I'm going to check those out tonight. Those look pretty cool.
Yeah, come see us. We'll get you one.
Okay, that'd be great. And my daughter will be here too. She's 16.
Cool.
So that'll be fun.
My wife's flying. She's on a plane right now trying to get here.
Oh,
so
what's your wife's name?
Her name's Haley.
Haley. Okay, we'll do a shout out to Haley. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to on the podcast?
Just my awesome team, Jordan Heath. My wife, she's very supportive, and Duke Energy for allowing us to come here and compete.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Amy. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. And Lineworkers, if you're listening to this Line Life podcast episode and you'd like to be part of a future episode, please reach out to me at afishbach@endeavorb2b.com. Or if you're on social media, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn or on Instagram at Lineman World. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for listening to this episode, and please consider sharing it with other line workers to spread the awareness of the great careers available in the line trade. Thanks again, and stay safe out there, line workers. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Line Life podcast produced by Endeavor Business Media, a division of Endeavor B2B. Be sure to subscribe or follow the Line Life podcast in your favorite podcasting app so new episodes will be delivered straight to you. For more insights, you can visit our website at tdworld.com/podcasts or linelife.podbean.com. You can also connect with us by following us on Instagram at Lineman World or on Facebook, LinkedIn, or X. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Line Life podcast.